Hello everybody. So we are going to start pretty soon, and if you see me a little bit delay, it's because I want to ensure that the time of the launch didn't get delayed anytime soon. Because rocket launches, especially like like this, it can delay from time to time. So that's why uh, that's why I'm a little bit late, but it's okay. Otherwise, we are still in nominal trajectory for this life. So let's go, everybody. We are going to do it pretty soon. So bye bye. No, not bye bye. Let's go. Hello, hello. So, hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Dennis Suguwa, your host today for this stream today. Okay, so and also I've already checked from my feedback; it's good. Okay, so I'll reintroduce myself again. So, hello, everybody, and good afternoon. We're in my place right now, and a good day or maybe good night to anyone's living around the globe. So today we are go. I'm Dennis Ugwa, your host today for us to watch together for. Not like watching together. I mean, like it's still correct, but I like to use this much more specific term. We are going to watch. Okay, whatever. We are going to watch together for the launch of the Starlink Group 17-30. This one will target around 91.76 degrees launch inclination, if I remember correctly, and the target orbit is the 535 kilometers, and it's going to launch um, let me remember. And it's going to launch 25 Starlink satellites for this one. This one is the V2 Mini, of course, the smallerize version of the the actual V2, because if I remember correctly, V2 is actually supposedly to be launched on board, if I remember correctly, on board the Starship, but I'm not 100% sure if they're going to proceed with the V2 anymore, or if they straight up will just go with V3. Who knows? But anyhow, let's go and watch together, everybody. So, uh, okay, so here we go. All right, so here's the screen, and we are correct right in the time, and yeah, so here we go. So this is the launch situation around the Vandenberg. Okay, this is a Vandenberg Space Force base, and you can see usually in the Vandenberg area, sometimes it can be foggy, sometimes it's just okay, but today it looks like we don't have too much foggy. Oh, sorry, excuse me, a little bit silent burp, but it's okay. Um, okay, I apologize. And you can see there is a lot of liquid oxygen there already being purged out, and you can see there's a little bit of icicle due to the liquid oxygen very cold, around negative 185 degrees Celsius if I remember correctly, very cold. So that's why the situation is like that, but otherwise we are still good to go. And I'm going to show you a little bit how it looks like. Let's check here out. I'll be going with here. Okay, and here we go. Let's go on the partial screen. Okay, so while we are still waiting, how about, okay, yeah, how about we just go here. I'm going to show you. This is how the press kits looks like here. Okay. Okay, so this is it. You can see 25 Starlink satellites. It's going to launch from the Space Launch Complex 4 East, aka Slick 4E, from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, US. And this is the 10th flight of this first stage booster. Okay, so it looks like Falcon 9 right now is in full startup, and I can try open up the desktop audio, so you can see this is the maneuver, how it looks like. Okay, launch, ascend, and then stage. Okay, launch director is already going, and stage separation, flip maneuver, entry burn, aerodynamic guidance, vertical landing, and then autonomous drone ship landing. And after that, at the same time, it's going to be fairing separation, payload separation around 50 plus minutes into the launch, and that's it. We are not going to be that long. It's pretty quick stream. All right. Oh no. Okay, T minus 15 seconds. T minus 10, 9, 8, and this is Falcon mission control at T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have ignition of all 9 Merlin 1D engines. And we have liftoff from the Slick 4E uh, from the Space Launch Complex 4E from the Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, US. And right now, all right, and now so far, Merlin 1D engines is looking pretty nominal so far, with the engine pressure chamber and also thrust level is also in the nominals territory. And right now, here we go. Right now, around Mach 0.5, or engine should have already tuned down to 60%, if I remember correctly. Okay, all the 9 Merlin 1D engines is still working pretty nominally and getting ready for the max Q, after which is the maximum aerodynamic pressure fully exerted on the launch vehicle itself. And here we go, should be one. Okay, supersonic Mach 1. All right, all right, already confirmed. And max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure fully exerted on the launch vehicle. And you can see the G-force right now is 2.1 G, 2.2 G, which is 2.2 times the uh, gravity pressure on board of the rocket itself. Okay, that's pretty easy. It feels like that. Just multiply it if you want some feeling how it feels like, how it actually wave like if you're trying to go to this flight. And of course, like I mentioned on the max Q usually maximum aerodynamic pressure. Usually it happens when at some point of the atmospheric layer, when the rockets itself already going way faster uh, than the thinness of the atmosphere itself. When these two converge together, of course, it's going to create a very max point and max mechanical stress ab- on board of the rockets itself, and to some extent degree, even the payload inside the nose cone or payload short fairing. Some It's like that, and in these cases, it's inside it is the Starlink, and getting ready for the stage separation and stage separation.
Stage separation confirmed.
Okay, stage separation confirmed just after the main engine cut off, Miko, and getting ready, SES.
I'm
Uh,
fired up.
okay, and second engine start number one, SES1 has already initiated, and by now it should have already gone into the boost back return. Okay, you can see due to the right now supersonic or hypersonic stream inside the atmosphere, you can see
Fairing
it.
separation confirmed.
Okay, and also looks like payload fairing separation is already confirmed, and you can see a little bit of blip of the payload fairing itself. And of course, inside the payload fairing itself, it does contain some kind of element of the acoustic dampener, and also how do I say, the stress mechanical, whatever is it. Usually it has some like small aluminum tin sheet there, just stacked together there, to ensure that most of this acoustic um, launch acoustic um, inside it, most of it will be absorbed there, and the payload and the fairing, usually the fairing or the nose cone fairing, if you really like to say, or another word could be the nose cone payload short fairing, like that. Yeah, usually these are actually very responsible to ensure that the payload or the satellite itself inside the rocket did not experience the full brunt of the atmospheric drag and also atmospheric pressure out there. Usually, when these two combine together, it's going to destroy the whole of the satellites inside there. You need to remember that the satellites are way more delicate than even the rocket components itself. I mean, it doesn't mean the rocket itself doesn't have any role. It's still, but you know, you know why. It's not the best or even desirable situation when that all of it happens. And that's why that's why the pellet fairing are one of the important components uh, in to ensure that the satellites can be deployed safely. And also another important thing is that because it also does need a payload adapter as well, just to attach the satellites and also to separate it, because otherwise, how you're going to operate the satellites itself. And you can see on the second stage, if you notice the orange glow there, that's the result of the hydrocarbon burning, because you need to know that the specific propellant itself, in this case the Carol logs, yeah, pretty typical of the Falcon 9 rockets there. The Carol logs, the liquid oxygen is the oxidizer, and also the RP-1. RP-1 actually stands for rocket propellant 1, but the rocket propellant 1 itself, it's actually a super refined kerosene, even more refined than the jet fuel itself. Usually used by commercial airlines or even many of it. And we shall see the entry burn. Okay, you can see on the entry burn start, first engine ignites on the core center, and after that, followed by the left and right, which giving us the total three out of nine Merlin 1D engines ignition.
Stage and entry burn shutdown.
Okay, and after that, um, both left and right is also shut down, and then the core stage also shut down, and then finally the entry burns already done. And as you can see, I would like to say, if you also see on the second stage, because of the super refined kerosene, you know the hydrocarbon is pretty much a very highly complex molecule packed together inside. When you try to burn it, it's going to be very hot, and also it's going to be just like its name itself. It can be amalgamation of very complex things fuel you can actually burns out. That it turns out that if you try to use even a liquid oxygen, it's going to cause a lots of incomplete combustion. Especially you see, if I remember, one of it is the carbon monoxide, and then the other sometimes there's even a trace of hydrogens
Electronic.
unburned there, and the rest of it will be turned into carbon and also carbon dioxide and also water, you know. And it needs to be balanced to ensure that
Fuel type saved.
it's not going to burn too hot, but at the same time to increase the performance of the specific impulse, aka basically the best bang for the bucks for per mile or for per kilometers. That's why it's very important. And on the okay, and get ready
Stage
for
1
the
landing burn.
okay, stage one landing burn has already started. The first only the center core start there. One out of nine Merlin 1D engines. Okay, terminal guidance confirmed. And here we go. Should be landing on the drone
Launch
ship. If I
sequence.
remember, of course, I love you. All right. And we have already shut down and successful landing. Right now, 10th, uh, 10th landing of the first stage booster and getting ready for the second stage there. And also, you need to remember that if you see the rocket nozzle is there looking pretty big, it's because of the vacuum condition itself. Because the rocket flames itself is going to get all right and MVAC shut down, and after that the rest of it it's going to do its mission. And yeah, thank you so much to uh n- and thank you so much to the Space Affairs for restream SpaceX launches, because otherwise it's going to be very impossible for my resources, because you need to know, especially when you try to stream from the from Twitter, aka X, also you need to remember that it's pretty sensitive with the latency and whatnot. So because it's not really suitable, so I'll just use other streams sometimes to handle this kind of situation. So, and of course, I need to mention that before we end the stream, the second stage rocket noses looks pretty big because it needs to take account of the vacuum space condition, usually where where because of the almost near absence of the atmospheric atmospheric thickness and also pressure from the outside, the rocket flames itself, it's going to be it will just go anywhere else wherever it wants. I mean, if you even learn the basic science itself, you know that the atoms and the molecules usually it will just go and stray itself wherever it wants. In fact, maybe even as far as I'm talking right now, there's tons of uh, atom around me, molecules around me, literally just hitting my body, and maybe even the laptop screens here and whatnot. It's everywhere. So when you try to combine together, of course, it's going to spread out everywhere else uh, due to due to the near absence of the atmospheric pressure. So that's why usually, and also because of this non-presence as well, of course the thrust efficiency it's going to go lower and lower, and it's not very desirable. So what they are going to do, of course, very simple. They just they just instead make decision to just extend the nozzle, but in this case they just take the first stage of the Merlin 1D engines, modified it to make it works on the vacuum condition by extending the nozzles, making bigger uh, till the end, and that's how it actually have good efficiency. So yeah, and also this is actually a pretty simple stream. That's it. Not much else you need to oh excuse me, not much else you need to know about this flight. It's pretty normal, typical and pretty routine. Yeah, but I just stream it because, well, I'm not usually will try to stream something very routine like this, but except in one condition. If the new year's coming in, or maybe let's say every few months, I will try stream, but I'm not going to do it daily. So yeah, because it's pretty hard try to keep streaming all the time, you know. And also and also myself being a university student, it's not very easy. There's tons of commitment we need to do in real life. So so I hope you guys enjoy this. And yeah, just in case you want to know why my tracking model looks pretty good, and yeah, and if you even see this, this is this is why, because I'm using new laptop right now. Still the brand Acer, but the newer one, the Acer Nitro Acer Nitro 5 V16S AI, even though I don't like that branding name AI. Yeah, whatever, they just like to throw this word out whatever they want. I'll just buy it because good good CPU or good APU, and also good GPU with decent amount of the, how do I say, the drive storage and whatnot. And also the RAM itself, it's also good. If I remember correctly, my current laptop that I'm using right now, or originally it came with 16 gig, but but straight away on the purchase, I just decided to just, yeah, you know, because the RAM's getting expensive and expensive, and even the storage itself getting expensive due to due to the AI industry literally just taking over everyone else's supply. So I just decided, might as well just add it directly. I cannot afford to waste any more time. So I just add another 16 gig of RAM. The DDR5 5600 megahertz. Yeah, I just added it, and it became 32 gigs in total. And also for the drive storage, originally it just came with 1 terabyte, but because there's another one more slot, so I just ate another one more 1 terabyte SSD there. If I remember, all of it is PCIe Gen 4. I mean, it's still a pretty capable drive. You know, not everything has to be super duper latest or greatest. Barely you will even know the difference in between all of these. Yeah. And also, if I not remember, currently I'm using right now, my APU is literally APU or CPU is AMD Ryzen 7 260. Basically, a Hawk Point refresh, rebatch from the original Hawk Point. um Ryzen 7 8840 45 H no no HS. Yeah, a little bit tricky for me to try to pronounce it, but yeah. And of course, it does have the Radeon 780M iGPU inside, and also my GPU is literally RTX 5050 Max Q, literally 8 gigabytes version. It's not like super duper tuned down. At least the best thing you can get is that if you don't need that kind of boost, it can go to 70 watt. But max TGP will, if it goes with boost together, it will be 85 watts. So that's it. I'm actually pretty happy with this laptop. It's good. It's good. Maybe other than some few occasions of sound, like the sound driver latency, it's not a big deal breaker. It's actually still good if you can live with it. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. I don't want to talk too much because we're also going to stream soon for the Electron rockets, where it's going to launch two of the Open Cosmos satellites. If I remember, they actually don't they actually didn't reveal how the payload looks like inside of it, but however, it does have the capability of the carbon. That one is actually being given priority lane by by Liechtenstein, if I remember correctly. Yeah, a very very small country located in Europe, and that one is it's basically a LEO, the low Earth orbit broadband satellite, mobile broadband satellite. So that's why similar to the idea of Starlink, kind of like that. But maybe these two, if I remember, it's not my I remember correctly. It's more like when I see it, maybe I speculate maybe that one is actually just for testing and prototype validation, just to validate that every ideas that they are going to use moving forward. Okay, so that's why they launch with two first, and then after that it's going to be a routine flight, just similar to Starlink. So, or in the sense of, how do I say, how how routine is it? It's going to be as routine as if you're going to watch the one web or Amazon Leo, aka known as the Amazon Kuiper or Project Kuiper. Yeah, because I still like that old name, and also like the Bluebird, from the ST Technologies. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, if you're enjoying it, feel free to share to anyone that you know that actually likes spaceflight and rocketries. And yeah, I don't like to sound too naggy, so I'm not going to tell you, oh, just go and subscribe my channel, or oh, you need to press like and share. Even though I did mention it multiples of time, but yeah, it's a little bit of silly, isn't it? I mean, just enough for me to just say, just share this video to anyone you knows. Yeah, that's it. Or if you want to comment, just comment. I will also going to reply. It doesn't matter if I reply way fast or a bit slow. That's literally me. I can be ideas too. But don't worry. As long your message still goes out, I definitely will try to reply. Yeah. And also thank you everybody for watching. And here's my trademark. I'm going to say it. So, I'm Dennis Suguwa, your host today for the Starlink Group 17-30 launches onboarded the Falcon 9 rocket, Block 5, aka also known as the full thrust variant. And this is it. The launch is so far preliminary successful. And thank you so much everybody for watching. And take care everybody. We are going to see you soon for the Rocket Labs Electron rocket launches that will carry the Open Cosmos 2 satellites, not known what is it. And the launch pad itself, while we know it will be launched in New Zealand in the Mahia Peninsula around the Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1, but we don't know if it's going to be pet A or pet B. We don't have any idea. But let's say from my, how do I say, from my deduction, from my deductive, based on the initial photo, I believe it should be pet 1B, pet 1B, or maybe pet 1A. But it looks like strongly pointed to pet 1A from what I can see. But anyhow, we shall see soon. Hopefully we'll get our answer together. So thank you everybody for watching, and take care everybody. Bye bye, and see you soon, and stay healthy. And that's it. You don't need to know anything else behind the screen. I mean, it's already done, isn't it? So what else I'm going to talk? I don't have anything to talk. And yeah, and how do I say, around, because YouTube finally already rolled out for me the features for the intermittent break. I'm also going to use that feature while the flight's still costing, or maybe I'm not yet. We'll see soon. So thank you everybody. Bye bye.